Well, I waited a couple days longer than usual to record this reaction because I was really hoping Sophia would be able to join me, but she tells me she's too busy this week, so she can't make it for episode 3. But she's promising she's going to try and make it for the next episode, so we'll see what happens there. But, can't delay it any longer. The show must go on. So let's go ahead and take a look at Chainsaw Man episode 3. And I'm constantly working to try to increase the image quality and the sound quality and all that sort of thing. But here, looks like we're picking up with the leftover guts of that sea cucumber thing that Power helps squish when her and Dingy were out there doing their new team up neighborhood patrol. So we're going to see what Makima makes of this. Oh, yeah, telling Power she was a little too quick on that one. Oh, and for some reason telling Dingy he's got to be the one in charge. He's kind of a hot mess himself. I don't know how he could be in charge of making sure somebody else behaves. But yeah, it was pretty cool the way she cut her hand and used the blood to make that gigantic mallet that she crushed that sea cucumber with. And talking about like her power is kind of like this blood power. And he called it the blood, the way she uses her blood magic, for lack of a better word. I guess she's like a blood devil. Not demon, but devil. Oh, wow. She's putting a lot of blame on Dingy. But does she not? She's calling Dingy a human. Does she not know about his bond with Pochita yet? Yeah, a whole lot of finger pointing and definitely some lying. She says devils do not lie, but she's lying for sure. I don't think, like he said, nobody ever said devils don't lie. Wow, what an interesting camera angle there with Makima's backside as the focal point, while Power and Dingy kind of fight and shove. Yeah, Makima does not lose her cool, remaining calm in this situation. She's definitely a cold, cold lady. And I haven't made it all that far in the manga. I only read the first 7 chapters, as I've said before. But folks who've read more manga than me really don't like Makima, so I have to expect the worst out of her. Oh, wow, is Power being cool? Up, up. Her bosom has got Tenji's attention. That's when all arguing stops. He's got that 2-track mind, food and bosoms. And I guess an occasional soda. He can't be dehydrated. Got to stay hydrated with that Mountain Dew or whatever he got. Does Mountain Dew keep you hydrated very well? It's got a lot of caffeine, right? He's still thinking about copping a fill. Oh, dingy, dingy, dingy. Oh, kitty cat. She gonna eat the cat? Oh, he's drinking water in a can. Oh man, I was hoping he had Mountain Dew. Oh wow, just being able to get a drink is a dream come true to him. That's how rough that life is. He can't even get canned water. He grew up so poor. He had to drink his water from the toilet like a dog. Oh wow. And he's worried about being partnered up with the lady that lies to him. And she's a crazy cat lady on top of that. Hates humans, loves cats, like so many people. Oh wow, she not only hates humans, she also hates. Oh, I know where this is going. She had a pet cat named Meowy that a devil took away from her. And then, before she could catch Meowy or get Meowy back, she became the property of Makima in the Safety Bureau or whatever they're called. Oh, so this is kind of going to speak to him because he had that strong affection for Pochita, who eventually saved his life. And though Pochita, he says he'll do whatever it takes to fondle a bosom. She never understands humans, but she does have a bosom, so maybe she can use that to manipulate him, right? Yeah, Pochita closer to a dog than a cat, so it's a little. Oh, she just told him. She just told him you can have a squeeze or two if you know what I'm talking about. You can have a. You can tune in Tokyo if you help me get my cat back from the devil that took it, and that's all it took. The thought of fondling mommy parts is all it took. He says no as a devil hunter. He's gonna kill the you know what out of that devil. He is very, very motivated by the prospect of, well, what we call chowder buckets on Hero Movie Podcast. Some people call them the bosom, some call them memories. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, what's he checking something out? Oh, wow. It's like he's got to check out power. She's not allowed to just come and go as she pleases. She's treated more like equipment than a sentient being because of her fiendish nature. And by fiendish nature, I just straight up mean she's a fiend. All right, so she's making sure to keep that jacket kind of off of her chest, trying to keep his eyes on the prize so that she can continue to get him to help her recover Meowy, which is a great name for a pet cat. My family is supposed to be getting a new kitten this weekend, and I think they could, we could do worse than Meowy for a name. As a Rick and Morty fan, I wanted to name the cat Mr. Poopy Butthole, but the family says no. But Meowy, they'll probably go for that. Yeah, look at that. She is definitely trying to draw attention to what's under that dress shirt. It seems to be working. I saw his eyes. Yeah, the camera takes you where his eyes are going. Oh boy, so easy to control the poor adolescent boy with an adolescent mind. Not prepared for what the world holds. And he's just riding the train with a hatchet on the seat next to him. Or a battle axe. I don't know what you call it. I call it a hatchet. It's probably more like a battle axe. In Japan, can you just ride the subway with bladed weapons and nobody cares? Oh. Oh. I don't recall this part where it looks like the government is interrogating Makima about the performance of her squad and the hunting dogs like Power and now Dingy. And who knows how many more there are. And they're talking about training to see if they can use the devils for military purposes, which would be interesting if the devils are only in Japan in particular to give Japan like a military edge over the rest of the world. But yeah, raising the hounds, making sure that they behave, putting them to work, don't grow too attached. Something tells me Makima will not have trouble not growing too attached. She is cold. She's a stone cold B.I. you know what. Aki with his hair. I like Aki's hair. Kind of reminds me of Alfalfa from Our Gang, the Little Rascals. If you're over 75, you'll definitely get that reference. And that car has just got such a quiet motor. Oh, giving us some devil lore that I'm not familiar with. So the devils have a name. The fear of the name is what drives the power of the devil. I kind of knew that they all represented things humans feared, and the more that you fear the thing, the stronger the devil. But she's making the point, like, people fear cars more than coffee, so the car devil would be stronger than the coffee devil. And I already knew that kind of concept. I just didn't remember the government interrogation scene. And I would imagine this episode is going to be the episode that moves beyond where I am in the manga, because it's getting pretty close to chapter 7. Talking about Dingy and the Chainsaw Devil. People must fear chainsaws a lot. I'm afraid of chainsaw murderers. So, I guess I would give the Chainsaw Man power, and he seems to be pretty good when he's fighting the other demons we've seen him fight so far. But he's also good as Dingy, not because he was a devil hunter as Dingy before he ever became Chainsaw Man. But Aki has some insight into the fact that Dingy's still just a kid. Now calling him a stupid brat. I think some of what Aki's saying is to protect Dingy, because we get the idea that Aki wanted to protect Dingy earlier when the Nut Devil attacked Aki. So I don't know how much he thinks he's a brat, because he is kind of a brat, and how much he's trying to defend him. But yeah, this is pretty good. This looks like a sufficiently creepy house, though they're going there during broad daylight, which takes some of the creepiness off. But she has to be home to the office by 5 p.m., so they can't go out at night. So let's see how this goes down. Oh, he's telling her about his devil form. And she still thinks he's human. She doesn't know he's Chainsaw Man. So she does not know who she's leading into this house and what he can do once he gets there to get that cat. And she doesn't believe him even when he's telling her. Oh, this is going to be fun. I can't wait to see her reaction when he turns into Chainsaw Man, which, if he's going to fight a devil, it's inevitable. Oh, what's this? I misspoke. So I know where this is going, but I want to see what she's got to say here. Oh! She just attacked him with her blood hammer. Whoa! She just hit him with a sledgehammer. Wow! I don't recall that, per se. Now, I knew that this was a trap, but I didn't recall getting hit in the head with the blood sledgehammer. Oh, and she's dragging him in. I do like that they get those comfortable sneakers to go with their shirt and tie, required uniforms for the Public Safety Bureau. But she drug him in, and I mean, it looked to me like she clocked him in the head with a sledgehammer. And I just don't see how you can recover from getting clocked in the head with a blood sledgehammer. But I doubt he's dead, because they can't kill the title character in episode 3. But yeah, you hear this really demented, deep voice. You see these glowing red eyes. I can't wait till they reveal this devil that's got Meowy. Oh, this is so creepy. I know in the manga when they reveal this gigantic, oversized bat devil, oh, it creeped me out. Because bats are kind of creepy looking. And they don't stylize it. I mean, they keep this one looking pretty accurate and honest. And, you know, I know bats are really good for the environment. And they keep down bugs. And they're important. And I don't want any harm to come to bats. But boy, do they look creepy when you see an actual real-life bat. They look creepier than even like fake or cartoon bats usually do. Like that snubbed up nose and those, Defleeter mouse. Okay, so he's going to eat his blood. He thinks he's getting human blood. But of course, Denji's blood is a mixture of human and devil because of his bond with Pochita being his heart. So of course, the big, gigantic bat devil doesn't like the taste of devil-tainted blood. I've seen this like in True Blood when a vampire would try to drink the blood of a non-human. It would taste disgusting and almost like poison to him. So he's got this bitter taste in his mouth. Squeeze the blood right out of Denji's mouth. There's blood all over his face, but he's got this, what has to be superhuman resilience because of his fiendish nature. I don't know what else to call that bond he has with Pochita. And she's kind of like admitting that she lied to Denji here. So we're going to see the true story. She still calls him human. I can't wait to see her reaction when she finds out he's not necessarily 100% human. There's a reason he got teamed up with her. Oh, so we're hearing from the voice of the Bat Devil. Now that he's got his arm back, because, you know, he had a severed arm from fighting devil hunters. He got some blood from Denji. That was what he needed to grow back his arm. But it tasted bad, so now he wants to go eat some children. So he must be able to see, even though we say blind as a bat, apparently maybe it's a sense of smell or his ears or something. But he seems to know there's children out there. But he complained about the cigarettes and stuff. So it's a good sense of smell. And there's Meowy in a bird cage, which is kind of ironic. It's like they put Sylvester in Tweety Bird's cage. Oh no! She came there just to rescue Meowy. And the Bat Devil ate it. Okay. Here we got a flashback. So she meets a cat after what looks like she just disemboweled a gigantic bear. Like, not a little bear, a huge bear. She's all naked and dirty, like a wild person. And she finds this scrawny little cat. So I wonder if she's going to... Oh! She's squeezing some milk straight from the udder. Fresh off the old udder bump there. That's one way to make friends with a kitty cat. I thought she was... Oh, she killed the cow! So I guess she needs blood? So she's getting it from animals instead of humans? Did she feed the cat some cow meat or just the milk? I mean, the milk's good. You know, I guess fiends don't feel cold. Because it looks like at night with no clothes laying on a roof, you get kind of cold. Like she'd at least want to wrap up in a blanket. Not the best way to spend your nights naked on a rooftop. Well, who am I to judge? You be you. It's not for me. Doesn't mean you can't do it if that's your flight of fancy. Oh, here's where the Devil Bat found her. The Bat Devil found her. And stole her cat. And until you bring me a human to grow my arm back, you don't get the cat back. But she didn't just bring any human. She brought the worst possible thing, probably, for that Devil Bat's future. And that is a Randy Denji. You know what I mean by Randy? She can try to play on his sympathies or his empathies or whatever. Sympathy, I guess, because she's comparing it. Oh no! She doesn't even want to live anymore without Meowy, so the Bat Devil just chucked down power. who is a blood devil, so I guess her blood tastes bad, or at least a fiend. Oh man, that's a really, really like beyond supernatural horror to just straight up horrific real world that he wants to gargle with the blood of children and things like that to get the bad taste out of his mouth. Then eat a beefy man. Oh no! I hope he doesn't go get Stig Curtis there. He wants the bosom back. That is a little. I feel guilty for laughing at that, but it is kind of funny. But he only sees power as a bosom, nothing else, which is a problem all its own. I acknowledge that, but it's just kind of funny that he's so one track. He is not hesitating to fight that bat devil for taking, his potential chance to cop a fill away from him. Having all the memories of Pochita, like getting his sympathy up for her and her relationship with Meowy, her cat. Imagining if a devil had taken... Oh! I love that transformation scene. You just saw the blade fly right through his face. Oh, that was beautiful. I don't think we've seen that particular aspect of his transformation before. Oh, now he finds out what he's in for. And I wanted to see Power's reaction. Little did I recall that Power wasn't there to see it. And we have officially moved beyond what I've read in the manga at this point. So I'm flying blind from here on out. But I'm looking forward to this, what's going to be an epic battle, I'm sure, between Denji and the Bat Devil. One that I did not make it to that part of the manga. I saw when they were getting ready to fight, didn't see the fight. Ha 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 ha! Let's get him, Chainsaw. Helping the innocent bystanders get out of the way. So let's see how this fight goes now that it's devil on devil. It's gonna split his guts open and cop a fill. Like his goal isn't to kill the Bat Devil, but rather to retrieve what's in the Bat Devil's belly, which is of course Power and Meowy. And then try to get Power to pay as promised what she offered him to help get Meowy back. So I don't know if we'll get to the point where we see if Power keeps up her end of the deal or not, but we're definitely getting this awesome battle with this huge bat devil. I don't think I realized just how big this devil was. I guess people are really, really afraid of bats. I talked about how they kind of scare me, even though I know they're good creatures. They still scare me just the way they look, so my fear alone probably 30% of the size of that bat devil. It feels like it's getting bigger, like almost Mighty Joe Young. Not quite King Kong size, but definitely Mighty Joe Young Man-Bat. Kurt Angstrom, Man-Bat, for those DC Comics fans. Did I get that name right, Kurt Angstrom? There's nothing worse than saying something with absolute confidence and then later finding out you were wrong, which I've done before, plenty of times. Oh, so he's holding this car up. And he said that, kind of like Wolverine's claws, the chainsaws on his hands can retract, and apparently has super strength. So I don't know if he has it in Denji form, but clearly in Chainsaw Man form, he's able to lift a car and throw it. Well, there's no people inside of it. He is no superhero. He's definitely just very self-serving. Oh, what a brilliant move. He set the Bat Devil's head on fire. What in the heck is happening with the mouth? It turned into like a nozzle. Oh, it's like a sonic blast. Because bats have sonar. Oh, what a nice sonic attack. Like his whole mouth turned into like a tube. Almost like a cannon barrel. And just boom. The sound waves flew out. And just kind of leveled everything around it. Oh, and every time he eats a human, he heals up his damage. It makes it so hard for Denji to win. And it looks like Denji just had to pull the cord again. Did he get humanized? And now he's back into Chainsaw Man form again? Oh, wow. That's pretty epic there. And he's still got his regular hands instead of the chainsaws. And out come the chainsaws. Blood flying, slobber flying, those ridiculously sharp teeth in his chainsaw head. I don't even know how you talk with a chainsaw cutting out your face like that. But he talks. He's got a chainsaw where his nose should be. Oh, that's like some epic cowboy stuff. Walking with the wind blowing his shirt to the side. Chest exposed, afraid of nothing. Oh, the chainsaw just cut right through that gigantic block of concrete. He's got like diamond sharp chainsaws. Oh, right up the fist. Right up the fist. Splitting the Bat Devil all to pieces. Gnarly took off the arm that just recently regrew. Now he's working on that other arm. And when is he going to split that gut open and get Power and Meowy out? Come on. Oh, like a headbutt with a chainsaw face. Blood everywhere. So much Bat Devil blood. I don't even know. Entrails. I saw intestines flying out of that Bat Devil. Oh my goodness. He cut him up good. Look at that. It's like he's drawn and quartered or whatever they did in medieval times. And look at the gnarly barbs on that face chainsaw. That is ridiculous. Oh, and that's the episode. That was a lot of fun. You know, Dingy gets brought into the trap. Then we get the epic battle with the Bat Devil. By the looks of the Bat Devil, guts everywhere, blood everywhere. I think Dingy has won that battle. I think that maybe was his victory pose there. Next episode, maybe he's getting Power and Meowy out of there. We see what happens. And I'm kind of excited because this episode crossed over what I'll call my manga Rubicon. It crossed over where I have read up to chapter 7. We've gone into at least chapter 8. So I'm finally in uncharted water, uncharted territory. No idea what to expect next. Honestly, not as much fun watching it by myself as it is when Sophia's here, especially seeing an epic battle like that, not having somebody to cheer with and high five and stuff. But it's still a great episode, still great fun. Hopefully Sophia's back for episode 4. And with that, I'm going to say I'm proud of you for watching anime, and I'll talk to you again soon.
I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who supports the channel on Patreon. It really means a lot to me. If you might be interested in Patreon perks like early access to videos, uncut reaction videos, ad-free videos, and the opportunity to vote on which anime will be covered in the future, then click on the link in the video description. Thank you.